Hello, guys. Greetings and good morning. It's been a while that I came around to make a broadcast. It's been a while, a reasonable while. And well, what do I say? Activities here and there has been the reason why you've not been able to see me come out to make a broadcast. But today I came out to make a broadcast because I think I should keep the community informed, updated regarding all the activities that has been happening so far in our community. So, if you're tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, you're very welcome. My name is Augustine, one of the members in the Privy Council of the Simply Brilliant community. I'm also part of the secretariat of the Simply Brilliant community. Of course, one of the responsibilities of the secretariat is to take notes and to inform public, the public in the private community. So we are a private community. So not the public outside of the private community. All right. So we are going to start up. I'm going to be as brief as I can just to keep us informed. So please do well to like this video, do well to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed as a member of our community. All right, I'm here to give us information that will help you going forward in your journey to the promised land. That's why I'm here. So now I begin by saying that we're making progress, and as it stands now, the possibility of we having our private funding system has become very clear and obvious. Now, I want to announce to you that by next year, I don't know when next year, but by next year, we are going to have our private funding system. As we begin to unfold the activities and the events by the administration, it's going to cause membership to grow naturally. And that membership growing naturally will come at a price, and that price has to do with consistency, commitment, and discipline. Those that are going to take part in the private funding system are going to be committed members, are going to be consistent members, and they will be diligent members in our community. I'm going to explain what I'm saying so that you comprehend it. I'm going to also share my screen, and I'm going to share with the community a Telegram chat I had with the administration. Now, under his directive, he allowed me to share it. So I'm going to take time to give us the updates, and I would want all of us to pay careful attention as I go about it. Okay? All right. So let me begin by sharing my screen so that we do it one step at a time. Now, I'll be sharing my SBC page, and the SBC page now is being shared. So far, so good. We are about 5,303. Now, I want you guys to understand something, that if you are coming in and out in this community, then you are not going to get anything. There is this saying from the scriptures that an unstable person can receive nothing from the Lord. Now, that was receiving something from our Creator. But the point is that the scriptures talked about inconsistency, and that if you are inconsistent in whatever pursuit that you are going after in life, you would never get it. Everything in life has to do with consistency. It may take some time, but if you are consistent on that path, you will get there. So I do not know why our membership is dropping. Some people do not know why they are paying their subscription fee. And I am hoping that by the time I'm through with this broadcast, you will see the reason why you should pay your subscription fee. Okay? All right. So referring back to the meeting we had on Wednesday, now the administration began by talking about our membership. Now, as at now, our membership is this. It's dropping. Now, I am part of the Shared Bounty program, and my account will be expiring next year. Now, in the Shared Bounty, you have to keep up with your subscription fee so that you will receive from the bounty at the end of the month. And I encourage as many people who want to take part in the bounty to take part in it. And if you care to spread it. Now, another thing about the bounty, shared bounty, has to do with commitment, dedication, and consistency. If you are supposed to renew your account, you are supposed to renew it at the right time. When we scroll down, we see that our membership in shared bounty has dropped drastically. We are now having 129. The administration has said that if it drops below 100, then we are going to roll out this program. And from what I see, it shows that membership are not committed to this shared bounty concept. They are not dedicated. They are not consistent. Consistency has to do with paying at the right time. The system tells you when you are supposed to renew your account. And when it tells you when to renew it and you don't renew it, your bounty for that particular activity or month has been compromised. And that is the reason why you are seeing this membership drop. Some people pay their subscription fee when they like. That's not how it applies to our community. Our community is ruled by those three principles: consistency, commitment, and discipline. Now, if you are dedicated to these three courses, you are going to excel and you'll come out at the top in this community. We just have 7 days to the renewal, or should I say, rollout of this month's bounty. And I'm tempted to think that before we get to these 7 days, that this will drop below 100. And if that happens, then that means it will end with this month. In our following months, we are going to have only 2 programs, which is our Instant Bounty and our SBC Lite, because the membership chose to not follow through on this course. At least for now, this shared bounty will be suspended. I do not know if it's going to be brought up in the event of time, but for now, if we drop below 100, then we have to suspend this and then move on to other matters that will help the community to grow. This shared bounty is the best of all of the packages because it has a promise of a reasonable reward when the growth is clear and is obvious. We've been doing this since November of last year, and since then until now, we have not experienced a single month of growth. And some people complain that they've not received anything. The administration has said that if you didn't receive anything in the previous month, you can't receive anything in the present month. There must be growth for you to experience something or receive something from the system. A lot of us in this community are just in this community and they are following whoever they are following without paying appropriate attention to the growth, the concept of our community. There is a lot of activities that are here regarding this SBC Gold Quick Information. You should get yourself informed. Now, I am not in a position to disclose this thing because it is still being developed. So far, so good. The only thing I will talk about from here is that if you see these numbers grow, it means that people are patronizing the exchange. And as the people patronize the exchange, you see the value of the coin appreciates. Now, we have also gone about the remainder of our second match, or second, that is, first was done last month. The second, for those who took part in pre-sale. Now, you find out that this has grown. When you go to BSC scan, you'll find out that this is actually the total supply. It was because of those that insisted on the pre-sale and they voted about it democratically that made the administration mint more coins and distributed it to those members. What has happened is that it has diluted the available supply. And for it to dilute the available supply, it's going to have what you call a consequence on the price of the coin. Before this activity happened, the coin used to appreciate by nearly 5 to 10 pips every day. And we would have been at nearly 2.5, that is 2.5 cents by now. But by the unanimous agreement of some people who happen to be the majority in the voting that took place during the pre-sale, the administration created a Telegram group and we unanimously voted. But the majority chose themselves over the community. I say over the community because if they had chosen to let go of the available coins using the dollar concept, the administration advised that if we worked with the dollar concept, we're going to have growth in the price of the coin. And then we'll have fewer coins, but the price of the coin will really go up. But those members prefer to have more coins, and then whatever be the price, that's the community's business. Well, the majority had to carry the votes, and that will reflect in the price of the coin going forward. In the meeting we had on Wednesday, the administration still repeated that we hope that by the end of the year, that the price of this coin should get to $1. I do not know if it's going to be, but we are hopeful that it's going to be. We are anticipating that it's going to be, with the growth of the community, with the growth of the August activity, because from August, people can use it to pay for their subscription fee. Now, by the beginning of September or late August, the administration will introduce SBFC so that members can use it to pay for their subscription fee. Now, when you look at it, you'll find out that a very good number of people from last year, from about October, November, December, they have a reasonable amount of SBFC. And I can remember some time ago when we made a transition from Joy G, we moved into SBFC. The administration made a screenshot of those things, and individuals who were supposed to have SBFC were moved into SBFC, and I was part of those. Now we have moved out of SBFC. We have moved out of Joy G, not SBFC. We are now in SBFC, but it was because we were moving out of Joy G into SBFC that screenshot took place. But as you see, there is nothing like that again. There is nothing that has to do with if you were part of those that took part in Joy G. There is a screenshot. We have moved out of Kringle Private Society. We are now in Simply Brilliant Community. So everything that pertains to Joy G and K-Love, they are all gone. We are now in a new system. So individuals who did not take advantage of that, the screenshot, they've lost it. So they have no SBFC anymore. So there are a good number of people in the community. From my statistics, there are a very reasonable number of people in the community that has SBFC. And I can tell you that you would be able to use that SBFC to pay for your subscription fee by ending of August, beginning of September, within that range. And some of you have up to 5, some have 10, some 15, some 20, some have much more than that. Now, if you have SBFC, it clearly means that even if you don't have fundings, that SBFC you have can cover for your subscription fee. Now, let me also let you understand something. Every month, if you are consistent in paying your subscription fee with USDT or SBFC or SBCG, if you are paying your subscription fee with either of these, the system is going to give you a reward. Now, we cannot use SBFC yet. We cannot use SBCG yet, but by August, you will be able to use SBCG to pay for your subscription fee. So by August, you can use SBCG, you can use USDT for your subscription fee payment. That will be beautiful. And according to the calendar, you have to incubate your coins for 3 months, after which it is mature for you to now use it to pay your subscription fee or withdraw a certain portion of it. The administration will make the terms and conditions clearer as we approach August. But the point I'm actually driving at is that for those who took part in the pre-sale and those who has been buying from the exchange, if the gestation period of your coin gets to 3 months, you can now begin to use it. Before 3 months, it is not mature for use. So I want us to make this very clear. People that are in this community who are buying your coins, there is a gestation period. Take note of when you bought it and count 3 months down. It is after that 3 months you can use it to do whatever you want. And the beautiful side of it is that your returns on investment will appreciate, because as you buy and more people buy, the value of the coin appreciates. That is the beautiful side of it. Now, the administration also said that by the time we've gotten to August, that this will be automated. Automated in the sense that members who buy will automatically reflect on KuCoin. That is what the automation will be. Of course, if, let's say, 2,000 people are buying every month to pay for their subscription fee, or to buy, incubate it in preparation for subscription fee. Now, let's say you put in $30. In 3 months' time, your $30 will be over $70, $80, if not $90. That's good enough. So if you put in $35, it can times 3 or times 4. But picture a situation where about 2,000 people make use of it to pay for their subscription fee every month. You know that the price of SBCG will keep going up. That's what it's going to be. But of course, you also know that if 2,000 people or more use it to, that is invest in it, the price will go up too fast. And if it happens that way, then it would not look realistic. Therefore, there is going to be checks and balance to make sure that, it mitigates against the exponential rise of the coin. The administration and his programming team are going to work around that. But the point I'm actually driving at is this: if there is a pump in the coin by August, by members using it for paying of their subscription fee and then keep investing in it, August, September, October, November, and December, there is no way that this coin will not get to $1, because admin has said it not once, not twice. So be confident that it's going to get to $1. Now, being confident means plan ahead. Plan to put in a reasonable amount so that you can get reasonable returns on investment. Now, you can decide to just put in maybe $100, maybe $200. It depends on you. And do not touch it. Leave it there to appreciate for 3 months. And leave it there, just use it for your subscription fee. That's good enough. But if you choose to want to withdraw it, okay, that's fine. It's up to you. The terms and conditions regarding withdrawal has not been made known yet. But what I'm just trying to make you guys understand is that we're going to get to $1 before the end of this year, taking into consideration what will play out from August. Now, SBFC will soon come to limelight. By August ending, September beginning, many people will be able to use their SBFC. Another thing I should let you guys know: if your account is not active, you won't have access to SBFC. Now, there are a lot of things that is going to play out. Okay? A lot of things has already happened using SBCG, and the administration has learned a whole lot about the character and behaviors of human beings. So he's not going to allow that to repeat itself in SBFC. That's not going to be something I'll disclose at the moment. Let it be. When the time comes, the administration will play it out. But the point is this: nobody will take advantage of SBFC, just like we took advantage of SBCG. It's not going to play out like that in SBFC. Members who have SBFC must be active members in the community. There is no way you have SBFC in the system and use it for anything, subscription fee or what have you, without being active in the community. That's food for thought. So I'm actually giving a clarion call to everyone. If you are not yet active, please get your accounts active. If you want to wait until when the administration clearly spells out the terms and conditions before becoming active, well, there is going to be what you call a balance. The administration is balancing the world using this community. He is balancing everything that has to do with this community by what you receive from the system and what the system collects from you. I'm not going to go into details. I'm giving you in parables. With time, you will understand what my parables are. Okay? So I'm actually advising everyone who can to become active for this month of July that we're about to enter into, and in the month of August, so that you are able to enjoy the benefits that will follow and invest as much as you can in SBCG for your own benefits. Okay? If you have SBFC, then that means by September, you can use it to pay for your subscription fee. And as long as enough of us are able to make use of whatever means, USDT, SBCG, or SBFC, we are going to get to 10,000. And when we get to 10,000 and stay at 10,000, remember that I said that the administration gives us a free gift every month if you are consistent. He started with 5, now 10. Next month, which is July, 15, August, 20. How about September? How about if it's by September, he makes it 25? Well, there is going to be what you call check and balance between the price of SBCG and the amount of coins he's giving. The intent of this gift he's giving you is for you to remain active in the community, because when we get to 10,000, we can't drop below 10,000. And the administration is giving the gift to only those who are consistent. If your account expires, you're out. Even if it's for 1 second, you won't receive that gift. So you should pay attention to it. Another thing I should let you know is that between now and the end of this year, the gift will be enough for you to cover for your subscription fee. Now, I do not know how much he's going to give, but one thing I'm sure is that if you are going to receive that gift between now and the end of this year, it should be enough to cover for your subscription fee. I don't know whether it's going to be for SBC Lite or SBC Shared Bounty or Instant Bounty. But one thing I'm sure about is that by the end of the year, it should cover for your subscription fee. And if it covers for your subscription fee, then moving into next year, we're going to begin the preparation for the banking system. And in a short while, the banking system is going to launch. I am sure that between January and August, September of next year, we would have prepared the banking system, and only those who were consistent from January until when we launch the banking system are those that will be beneficiaries of the banking system. If your account expires, the tendency of you taking part in the pilot program will be compromised. I want you to take note of that. If you have seen the trend of the administration on how he's giving coins, it is going to follow through, and he's picking his finest soldiers that will run these tests. There will be a second batch and there will be a third batch, and then after which we make it commercial. But the same principle will apply. Consistency is the key. All right, I think I've been able to address a whole lot this morning regarding this. Now, I've only made you understand the total supply because of what happened, of course, the pre-sale activity and activities that are happening, which will cause this to continue to go up. Now, wallet caps are coming in as early as next month. Wallet caps coming. Of course, we have seen it already. When you go to the exchange, SBCG, you click on it, you will see that the system has been saying it for nearly 1 month. If you have 50,000 or more, then create another custodial wallet so that you can continue to receive more coins if you want to buy. Of course, it has a cost of about $17. Now, you have a maximum of 2 extra you can add. So if you want to go about it, then fine. But if you choose not to, then you limit yourself to 50,000. Now, this is with an exception of those that took part in the pre-sale. The pre-sale has so much more because some people invested a reasonable chunk. If you go to the PSC scan, you see that the first 10 people has a very reasonable amount of coins, and that's just the second. Now, they're going to receive the last batch divided into 2. By the 11th of next month, they'll receive the first 1/6, the last 1/6, and then the second 1/6 will be given to them by the 26th of July of next month, after which they have finished their distribution. And then we'll move into the next phase. And that next phase has to do with preparation for using SBCG for subscription fee payments. And that is going to be the straw that will break the camel's back, because individuals can afford to pay for not just themselves, they can pay for their downlines, they can pay for new members, they can pay for a whole lot of people, and then the community will begin to bloom. And as long as membership is taking part in investing in SBCG, we are guaranteed to get to $1, and then we can even exceed $1 if membership cooperates accordingly. So this is what I'm trying to make you guys understand, that there is no limit to our growth. We are growing and we're making good progress in our community. Okay, so I've been able to talk about the summary of the things that took place in the meeting as at Wednesday. Now, another thing the administration talked about is the contest that is running as at now. That contest means you bring in 10 people, you get $50, 20 people, you get 150, you get in 30 people, you get 200, you bring in 40 people, you get 250, you bring in 50 people, you get 300, and it continues. So the point is this: if they pay with USDT, please, I want to be clear, they are not going to pay ahead of time. Those who have paid ahead of time are not part of it. It has to be people who have paid within a timeline of 1 month, and they have paid with USDT. I do not know if the administration will upgrade it to accommodate for SBCG when the time is due, but for now it is for USDT, and this program will continue until the end of the year. If you are in the community as an old member and you are not growing the community, there is going to be what you call a balance over time. I don't want to go into details regarding the balance, but you cannot expect yourself to start up a business and you have run that business for a while, and then suddenly you you abscond. You just absent yourself from the business where you have staff to pay, you have your running expenses, recurrent expenses to make. And then you have a lot of things to do, clients that are supposed to be attended to. You just leave the business, and then you have house rent to pay, and then you have a landlord to also, you just forget it for 3 months, 4 months. When you come back, what do you think will be the state of that business? Now, that is the natural activities that will happen if you become nonchalant, lackadaisical, absent-minded regarding your business. You can't also play that same attitude in our community. If you are absent-minded, there is going to be what you call give and take. There will be a balance. How that balance will happen, you may not know, but I am telling you that there have to be balance. That's how the community is. All right, so I've been able to talk about that. I've been able to talk about a whole lot of other things. Now, I think that is it. I want us to be encouraged because we are very close to our destination. Now, I made a question in the meeting on Wednesday, and my question was that if you get to 50,000 and more, and then will you be receiving an extra gift from the system? And the administration said yes. If you are in 50,000 and above, you can receive a gift from the system. The gift is supposed to keep you active and consistent in the system. That's the intent of that gift. And the administration will give it to only those who are consistent. The more the consistency, the more the gifts. And as long as people are having those gifts, it's going to keep us until we launch our banking system. And it will keep us until the pilot program. Once the pilot program has launched, subscription fee is cancelled. You won't do subscription fee again. So the subscription fee is between now and when we being launch the banking system. More things are going to unfold. This community is going to be an alternative to the present financial system. That is the honest truth. All right, I think this is the much we talked about in the meeting. If there are more activities, fine. Now, the last thing I'll talk about is the chat I had with the administration. I'm going to share it with you guys. We're going to look at it together, and then I'll make my last explanations or last feedback, and I'll be calling the meeting to a close. All right, so I'll be sharing the screen one more last time. I've already spent quite a lot, 27 minutes. How fast? How fast time flies. All right, so my screen is now being shared. So I'll be going here. I believe that everyone is seeing my screen. So this was a chat that I had with the administration, and I was thinking out loud based on a few things, based on feedback from a few people. So I decided to interact with the admin, and I'm going to read out my part and read out his part. So please pay attention as I interpret, or as I speak out, or as I read out. Now, greetings, admin. Good morning from here. Trust you are doing great, as always. Now, I was just reminiscing about the community, and a thought came into me, which I would like to find out from you. When we launch our private funding system, are we going to review our subscription fee to reflect the value of gold, like 8 grains of gold, or we continue as we are now, which is $33 or $34, as the case may be? Now, from my own point of view, since we are now gold backed, I think reviewing it to reflect our assets, gold would be best. As the world transits into a gold-backed system, so would we. Please, I would like to hear your own view regarding this inquiry. Thanks in anticipation, sir. And then his feedback: those who are part of the fund will have their fees automatically deducted from their SBC holdings and still earn rewards. This was, again, this was discussed several months ago. Not a worry, that is coming back again. But those who are in the fund will be covered by the previous dedications. I didn't understand what he said. That was why I said I'm interested about how they will earn rewards. Please kindly shed some light on this area. Thanks. Sir, I'm still waiting for your response. My first one was by 7:39 in the morning, and then in the evening I responded. So he now gave me feedback. So pay attention to his feedback. And this was very elaborate. Now, he began by saying, I have already done this in founders meeting and potentially the blogs. Now, I continue. I don't have clear answers for you right now. As I indicated, I am indisposed due to a moving situation. Moving situation, I don't know what he meant, but I continue reading. Now, for now, you will need to know that members who enter the fund will be taken care of with their rewards they have already earned. After the fund is launched, the site will be overwhelmingly educational. You know what it means to be overwhelmingly educational? Will become a kind of alternative education. Will be a lot of things, but one of our strong arms is going to be in educating the system. You are not going to receive anything from the system if you don't accept the education the system is giving. We have all been in a scarcity-based system, and the intent of the previous administration, which is still the intent of the present administration, is to train 1 billion people so that they will have the right understanding to, create what you call collective reality, and then change the entire world system into a principle based on the concept of abundance. That's exactly why this education system will be. Preparation for members who wish to join the fund in the near future. Let me read that again. After the fund is launched, the site will be overwhelmingly educational. Preparation for members who wish to join the fund in the near future. They will learn the system, how it works, and earn rewards while they do so. Once the fund has been once the fund has begun, I suspect and encourage our sponsors to cut off anyone who is still on the fence with TBC to convert to SBC. In other words, when the fund is launched officially, anyone still holding the TBC bag will be starting from scratch and only have access to their SBC rewards they earn going forward. Now, we will not convert TBC to SBC after the fund is launched. We will be moved on and shed that burden. Therefore, the burden is still with us. And those who take responsibility will enjoy the funding system when it comes. But those who don't, well, the system has clearly said it. This is the administration speaking. And under his instruction and his permission, I'm giving this out. Now, let's go forward. Going forward, members who wish to join the fund will educate them through the site, pay their dues, and earn rewards. Once they have completed that education, then they will unlock their rewards into the fund. I also suspect that those who enter the fund on day one will have to unlock a further educational program in which they won't have to contribute from their pockets, but will still have to educate themselves and prove their process is completed in order to open the entirety of the funds available to them. We, as founders, will enter into the fund, but then have to go through some educational programs in order to be able to access our SBC rewards. Our reward, that is our reward, which is SBC rewards. Now, then there will always be reasonable restrictions as a new member to the fund. Now, restrictions means withdrawal limits. That's what the restrictions is. I don't know what it is. When the time comes, we'll get to know more. There will always be reasonable restrictions as a new member to the fund. Now, they would have just to complete some basic education now, education and tutorials to know how to use their funds reasonably. Now, I want to stress how important it is to get to 10K. Only then will I be able to discuss and negotiate with the sponsors for more information. The specifics are theirs to dictate, and they have no need to do so at this time because we are not ready. When we show we are ready, more and more detailed information will come. I now responded, oh wow, this is just splendid. Thank you very much for the detailed explanation. Now, the administration, I will stop sharing at this point. Now, the administration has taken his time to educate me about what is coming. And I've just made it public to the House so that everyone who cares to listen should know that the admin is doing everything. Now, he wouldn't go lower than 10,000. I mean, He won't start the program with members lower than 10,000. That's why he's putting all these checks and balances and also all these rewards and also incorporating SBFC so that it becomes easy. An average member in the community who has stayed active for the past 5-6 months should have at least 5 to 6 SBFC, which should cover his subscription fee for at least 5 months or maybe 6 months. Now the beautiful side of it is, as long as you are active and you are paying on time, if you stay active for the next 6 months using the SBFC you've received from the system, you would have gotten enough rewards in SBCG from the system that will keep you running going forward. So you see, there is no way we're going to go down. Let me repeat myself again. If you are active in the community and you are paying, every month the system would give you a certain amount of SBCG. And the following month, if you pay on time, that is, if your account never expires, you receive a little amount again. And as long as you are receiving the amount every month over the next 5-6 months, at some point the price of SBCG gets to $1. At some point, more than $1. When you multiply that value plus by the value of SBCG and divide it by 3, after 3 months it matures. Then when it matures, you can then use it to pay for your subscription fee. That's why I'm saying every member that will be coming into this community must stay committed for at least 3-4 months before the system starts taking care of you. Now, we call this concept a subsidy, just like the governments of some countries subsidize food items or petroleum items, which is liquefied natural gas, or fuel. Some people call it fuel. You know what fuel is? Yes. So these are things that the government will subsidize. Some of them subsidize healthcare. So these things have been subsidized. So we are now, as the administration, is subsidizing your subscription fee. I do not know how well it will be subsidized, whether it will be part subscription or complete subscription. But the intent is that membership will get to 10,000 and stay at 10,000, not go down as we've been struggling. The system has seen that we can't continue to go back and forth. We've been in 5,000 since this year, remained at 5,000. We got to about 6,000 or over 6,000. In fact, we got nearly to 7,000 last year, about December or so. But we were discouraged, very discouraged, because of the lack of understanding the people had regarding shared bounty. But we are going back to that place with the help of SBCG and the reward the system will give. We'll get back there. But remember, not the slothful ones, not the inconsistent, not the lackadaisical, not the nonchalant. It is the committed ones, because the admin wants to make sure that the first launch of the people that will be enjoying this privilege are going to be those that are diligent, committed, disciplined, and they are consistent on this course. So this is the summary of the founders meeting and a little extra, like I said, from the administration, which was the chat that I had with him, which I've made public. So I want to thank you for those of you who has watched, who are watching, and who we will also watch in the event of time. It's a pleasure serving the community. I've been in this community for 8 years. This is my password to freedom, financial freedom. I have labored in this course and I will keep laboring. It's an effort, but it is worth the time, worth the cost. So I will stop at this point. I love you guys, and I will continue to do my best to render services to this community. My name is Augustine. Cheers. Do have a wonderful day or night, and God bless you. Do well to like, do well to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and click on the notification bell so anytime I'm live, you get the notification. Please like so that people can get more updates regarding this community. God bless you. Bye for now.